Yo, yo, can y'all hear me? Are we live? I think we live. Hey, it'll be one of the quick episodes, but it's gonna be cool though. Hey, welcome to NazCast, everybody. And hold on, let me turn this music down. Anyways, welcome back to NazCast. We back. And we talking about some certain stuff today. First, hit that like and subscribe button, of course. I'm gonna wait till some other people get in here so we can talk about the topics at hand. But it's gonna be pretty consistent today, bro. It's gonna be you'll see right here. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna give you my Michael Jackson movie synopsis breakdown real quick because I know people want to hear my opinion because I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. But yeah, man, it's that movie was fantastic. All right, I'm gonna wait till some more people get in here though, real quick, because I'm sure people want to get in. Oh, what's good, Jalen?
What's going on? You got me for a few minutes. We talk about Michael real quick.
Yeah, give me your opinion real quick. I'm gonna go deeper in once you get off, but let me hear your opinion.
I remember I was sitting in there with my coworkers. We went in there. It was like a 10:50 showing. I told you when I was going. I think we went the same day. Mine was just a little later that night, but
right.
We got in there. It wasn't nobody. It was like maybe 2 or 3 couples in there. We was like, yes, we ain't gotta sit here through like TikTok, fucking sitting here. Oh my god, everybody going crazy. Everybody starts screaming every time a song came on. So I'm like, I mean, it was one of the best movies I've ever seen. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now I've seen some really good movies, but Michael was definitely like, I got a lot of info from that biopic that I didn't know.
Like what? Give me some examples real quick.
I would say like Joe Jackson. I didn't think he was like. I didn't really know his father like that. I just knew of his father, so I didn't know the like background of his father. He was an asshole. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean that dude.
But hey, man, what was your favorite song off the movie, bro? Because my favorite all time Michael Jackson song was "Rock with You," and I'll get into that once I break the movie down and stuff. But what was your favorite song out of that movie?
I would say my favorite was probably. Damn, I had so many favorites. I love Dirty Diana, but I don't think that was my favorite. I think my favorite would have probably been Smooth Criminal.
Okay.
But that wasn't in the first one. So out of the first one, I think I would say Thriller.
Okay.
Or Beat It, yeah. Thriller or
Beat It. Beat It was fire. Beat It was definitely fire. The music video, how he brought the Crips and Bloods together. I thought that was a cool little addition that they added to the movie because that's true. People don't know about that. People don't know that he was an activist like that. So that was super cool. So who was your favorite performance? Who gave the best performance, like acting wise? I want to hear your opinion on that too, because I know that's for me that's a big part of movies. I want to see the good acting and on the inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say Nia Long did the best out of all of them.
I think that
she really portrayed I think she really portrayed his mother really well. I forgot what the name was who was playing Joe Jackson. He did really well for who Joe was.
Coleman
but
Domingo.
Out of all of them, I think, Domingo. Yeah, I feel like Nia Long definitely she really did her big one in that one. Because you already know Domingo already has like really good movies out there and stuff and things like that. But for Nia Long to get that kind of character and she elevated with it, I was like, yeah, that's probably her. I think that was her best one yet.
Hey, I'm happy she got that role though. She ain't been in these big type of movies in a minute. People know her from.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, people know her from. Are We There Yet? And all the other black sitcoms back in the day. But Nia Long can really act, bro. I'm happy she got this role. Super happy. Hey, another like just actress that was in this movie that I thought was very interesting. I forgot her name. I apologize for getting her name, but she's from Spider-Man. Spider-Man: Homecoming. She was Peter Parker's girlfriend. The beautiful black woman. I forgot her name, but she was great. She was like the A&R at the beginning of the movie. Found Michael Jackson and wanted him to be solo eventually. I don't know. She was cool, but my favorite my favorite actor in this movie had to be Coleman Domingo. I think he should win an award. I think Jafar did. I mean, we already know.
Outside of Jafar, obviously he's going to win an Oscar for it. But
I hope so.
Outside of Jafar, you didn't want to go to I didn't want to go like the main character because if you playing Michael Jackson, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you did your thing, or you did that, and you was able to move." Like Jafar really did his thing. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that, but yeah, outside of Jafar, I thought Nia Long and Domingo were definitely the best two for sure.
Well, I appreciate you giving me your input on the Michael movie, my boy. You got a game tonight?
Yes, sir. No, I'm about to go head over to this mini golf place, and we all celebrating one of our coworkers' birthdays. So we gonna do mini golf, and then I think she's gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory. So that's what we
all right. All right, man. Well, enjoy your time and work on that swing, bro. I know that swing needs some work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, I'll catch you later, bro.
All right, bro. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we go get into this. We go get into the my little breakdown of this movie, bro. We go talk about the Michael movie impact. All right. This is what I came on here to talk about, really, but we're gonna talk about some other stuff. You see it down on the ticker here. You see what we talking about. But listen, this Michael movie, bro, it meant something different to me, bro. Because listen, I grew up watching Michael Jackson, bro. All right. If you know me, I'm a big Michael Jackson dude. I'm a big Michael Jackson dude like this. All right, hold on. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. This is how big of a Michael Jackson fan I am. All right, this is me. All right, you can say this is real. This is AI. I don't care what it is, bro. Listen, this might be real, but listen, this is fly. All right, this is fly. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this movie, bro. I'm gonna get to the movie now. I'm messing around, but listen, this movie. I went into it kind of nervous, bro. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I went into it kind of nervous. I thought this movie was about to be like, I just didn't want it to flop. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to be like something so cool. I'm sitting there watching, bro. Nobody gives this actor the credit, as from what I've seen at least. But the young Michael Jackson in that movie, I don't know if he was singing or not. I know Jafar sang some stuff, but that younger Michael Jackson actor, unbelievable, bro. Real talk, crazy performance out of him, bro. Let me get the cons out of the way. Actually, I'm before I continue, I want to get the cons out of the way. Okay, my first con: the pacing. The pacing was not the greatest, and I think that's okay. Only because there was some stuff that had to be left out legally. You know, you couldn't add Diana Ross in it because of her weird accusations and stuff like that. They didn't want her. She didn't want to be in the movie. Janet Jackson didn't want to be in the movie, which I thought was sucked because that's considered his favorite sibling. Maybe some other people were. Some other siblings were his favorite, but in the public eye, Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson are like this, right? So her not being in the movie kind of sucked. I thought the pacing was rushed. I do, because you get to you start with the young Mike, and then you go all the way to Off the Wall, but there was so much stuff in between there that they couldn't do, which it is what it is. I wish they were able to do that, but I mean, the reason I say that it was bad pacing is because you could tell like they were just trying to rush through it a little bit because they couldn't add certain parts to the movie. But every scene that was in this movie was fantastic. I don't think there was a single bad performance in this movie, bro. Real talk, there was not a single bad performance in this movie. Jafar Jackson is ridiculous, by the way. I'll get to him in a minute, but yeah, bro. I walked in the movie. I thought it was good. I didn't want it to flop. I wanted this movie to be astronomical. I thought it was. I went the first day it came out. I go on Thursdays if I really want to see a movie. For the first time, I go and see it on Thursday, and then I got in there and I was like, man, this is fantastic. You see Jafar Jackson dancing the first time. To Don't Want to Be Started. So I'm like, dang, he really got it down pat, right? And then you get into the thriller era, and I thought it was just, bro. Jafar Jackson can go on tour right now and just sell out stadiums. Real talk, he can go on sellout tours for sure. If you're playing Michael Jackson, you got the Jackson name, and you're literally the embodiment of Michael Jackson. I mean, I think you can genuinely do what you want to do. He should win a Grammy for this. All right. The issue is there's so many good movies and performances that we haven't seen yet this year. And the movie industry is very tough. And you know how the critics want to be online giving this movie a 30%. Because they love to slander Michael. It's the same thing with Elvis, the Elvis movie. But this movie was genuinely a 99%, bro. And I'm not saying it was, from a fan perspective, 99%. From a movie critic, it's not a perfect movie. But like I said, every performance in this movie, no matter what actor or actress you were, it is fantastic. Not a single bad performance. It's crazy. The stacked cast, they went to work. They did it. Is they just couldn't. They had, they had a bunch of reshoots. They had to delay the movie because all the things they had to put in there, they couldn't because people didn't want it to be. It was rough, but they perfected it. I think they did a perfect job of, bringing this to life. I really do. One thing I wanted to hit on too is not only Jafar Jackson, but Coleman Domingo, bro, as Joe Jackson. I mean, that was a performance of a lifetime. He should win Best Supporting Actor. I don't think he will, but he should. That was one of the best interpretations I've ever seen. Neil Long should be nominated at least for playing his mother, Mrs. Jackson. 100%. And like I said, they love to slander Michael's name. So anyone a part of it or associated with this Michael movie will probably get slandered, and they probably won't win the awards for it. But I really hope that they change that. Michael Jackson, impact around the world right now, by the way. He's like doing some things in the music that I'd never seen before. We all consider Justin Bieber the Prince of Pop currently. I think that's worldwide right now. I think that's fair. Michael Jackson is like charting next to Justin Bieber right now in 2026. Michael died in 2000, like in 2009, 2008, one of those, by the way. And his songs are from like the 70s and 80s and 90s, early 2000s. Justin Bieber, I mean, he's fighting for his life on these charts right now, bro, against Michael Jackson. Because that's how big of an impact. I know the movie just came out, but I think people forgot how much they love Michael Jackson. I do. I think people forgot how much they love Michael Jackson and how much of an impact that he makes with his movie or his music, excuse me, and his movie. I mean, it's worldwide $217 million in the first weekend. Come on, bro. Best biopic ever, numbers wise. He made $97 million in the US opening weekend. Almost hit $100 million opening weekend for a biopic. That's unheard of. Nobody can do it like him, bro. Look, my rating for this movie is 10 out of 10. I mean, that's just a fan of me, right? It's just a fan of me. I have to give it a 10 out of 10. But if a movie critic, I give it like a 9. Movie critic, it's still perfect. It's still a beautiful movie to me. I think it's one of the best movies I've ever seen too. Another big flaw that they left out. They left out "Rock With You," his best song ever. If you, I don't care what song you like. "Rock With You" is one of the most important songs of his career. They left it out, and it was a shame. They could have put it at the beginning somewhere, bro. "Rock With You" is one of the best songs of all time, and they left it out. It's such a beautiful song, but it is what it is. All right, but look, I give the Michael Jackson movie a 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for movie critics. Let me know what y'all think of the movie. I love to hear everybody's opinion on the movies, even if you might not like it. Cool, that's cool. The movie is fantastic, though. If you haven't seen it, please go see it. But I'm gonna transition to some sports because usually today's for the sports. KD, man. KD. Look, KD has not been past the second round since he was on the Golden State Warriors, bro. Bro, Kevin Durant is a top 15, you can argue top 12 player of all time. Okay, I think that's fair to say. But bro, come on. Okay, you got your leaks happen earlier this year. The leaks came out of him calling everybody stupid and just slandering everybody in that organization, no matter who it was. Just stupid account that he had that he didn't monitor very well. People will put two and two together if you use the same photo from 10 years ago. People online are evil, bro. They will find you. They will find out what you're talking about and what account you have. Kevin Durant had a burner account, destroyed his team chemistry again. He ruined Devin Booker's career. Let me explain on that real quick. Okay, Devin Booker was in the finals against the Milwaukee Bucks. He lost in 6. He got Oh, here we go. My bad. I don't know what happened. I thought I had to lag out or something. Anyways, he had a championship roster, and they broke it all just to get Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't do anything with the Nets with Kyrie and James Harden. I know Kyrie was hurt, and we probably would have lost if Kyrie didn't get hurt. But James Harden was still playing. I don't care what none of y'all say. If he's hurt, if he's healthy enough to play, you're fine. All right. If you're healthy enough to play, you better go put on a performance. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, at least. Bro, Kevin Durant on the Suns ruined that team. Look at them now. They just got swept. I know they play the Thunder. But bro, Devin Booker, what happened? I mean, truly, his career, I don't think he's been a true number one his entire career. I think he's been like a 2A. I think he can be a number one, but Kevin Durant stunted that. I'm telling you. And then he goes to the Rockets, destroys their whole young team that they had last year. They were 2 seed last year. And now they're a 6 seed or something like that. Or 5 seed, one of those. They were 2 seed last year, lost to the Warriors, or 2 years ago, one of those. They lost. And they bring in a lot of guys back. Amen Thompson's having a career year. And then Kevin Durant want to get hurt and just, I get it, you're hurt, but are you? You know? Maybe you just don't like the team, bro. I don't know, bro. Kevin Durant. The Rockets are currently in the midst of a crazy comeback. The Lakers are up 3-0. And now the Rockets are coming back, putting on a show. All right? I saw a stat that said LeBron in 2018 destroyed the Rockets organization. Like they blew everything up after he like destroyed them or something like that. With James Harden, by the way. And then they rebuilt. So all that blow up that they did, they rebuilt them. Bron is still dropping like 28, 10 and 5 or something like that. 28, 10 and 8 on the new guys that Bron destroyed from before. That's crazy. I don't think LeBron is the greatest ever, but bro, if he even makes the finals this year, I ain't nothing else you can really say, bro. He's 41, right? Maybe I'm wrong, bro. You know my guy. I can't talk nothing because Steph ain't in the playoffs. But if he even makes the finals, bro, it's gonna get ugly. But if he loses this series, bro, Twitter about to tear LeBron apart, bro. Listen, Draymond said what? He said that Steve Kerr hindered his career because he stopped running plays for him when Kevin Durant came to the team. Now listen, Draymond offensively, people forget that he dropped like 35 in the game 7 of the finals, bro. People forgot about that because they lost. He's gonna win. He's gonna win Finals MVP that year if they won. Now, when KD came, they cut all that stuff out. Like, hey, we don't need you to score no more, bro. We got the best 2 shooters ever, and we got the greatest scorer on our team. We don't need you like that. We just need you to play defense and swing the rock. Now, I won't say he hindered your career because you're still a Hall of Famer and still one of the best defenders we've ever seen. I mean, we just saw it in the play-in game. You just destroyed Kawhi Leonard and made his legacy look worse. Now, granted, you guys didn't make playoffs, but that was one of the best performances I ever seen out of Draymond. And I've been watching him since I was like 14. What you do for like 10 years. 10 plus years now. He's man, Kawhi looked stupid. I don't want to say he hindered your career, man. I think you're kind of crazy for even saying that, for even considering that. Because to be one of the greats, you gotta put on a show. And you got a loud mouth. You get all the flagrants, but your game talk different talk. And Steve Kerr is a big part of that. He transitioned you to be something that he saw that you could be. Okay, he saw the defensive anchor that you could be. We didn't need you to play offense. Now in 2022, maybe we wanted you to play a little bit more offense, but that wasn't your role. You already was fit into your role. Pick, roll, screen, drive, take it up sometimes the corner threes. Talk your smack, getting people ahead on the other side, make them get a technical and clap in their face. Come on, man. We already see it. Draymond Green is one of the best players ever. Okay? And I'm not talking about offense. I'm talking about just straight up player. I mean, his IQ is on a different level, bro. He knows the game inside and out. He has LeBron type IQ. I don't know if that's crazy to say, but I mean, if you really watch Draymond play, if you really see him talk about basketball, it's crazy. He sees everything and he knows everything. He knows exactly what play you're running. I mean, granted, he's been in the league a very long time, but I got much respect for Draymond, bro. But to say Steve Kerr, I don't like Steve Kerr slander, bro. He's not like the craziest coach when it comes to rotations in the league. But if we go sit here and talk about, like, you know, developing your superstars, I think he's done a great job. Now, he can't develop young players. We already see that. We saw Kuminga. He in the playoffs right now, playing some good defense. I mean, Jonathan Kuminga just came out and said, I give all my credit to Draymond of why I'm such a good defender. Draymond, you can't be slandering Kerr for that, bro. I think Kerr's a big reason you were able to unlock all that. Look, much respect to Draymond Green. I just think that statement's crazy. I don't think Steve Kerr hindered your career whatsoever. But yeah, Jonathan Kuminga came out the other day talking about, I give all this credit to Draymond. You got to take that with pride, bro. I mean, he said he's happy with his career, obviously, but he thinks he could have been more. I mean, you got 4 rings, bro. You still on the same franchise you got drafted to, which in this NBA league, it's a blessing to even be on the same team you got drafted. Come on, man. We see it all the time as fans. We see all the time as fans that people get traded all the time. People demand trades. People leave the city that you know chose to believe in them. I think he's blessed. I mean, from a fan, look, I don't know what's going on in his life. I just know that from a fan perspective, I think Draymond has done very well for the game of basketball, and I think Steve Kerr is a very big part of that. All right, last topic. Look, I ain't come on here to gossip about Klay and the Stallion, Meg the Stallion. I ain't come on here to gossip, bro. I just have a few things to say. All right, let me just read this off for y'all real quick. All right, cheating had me around your whole family playing house. Got cold feet, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. Klay, bitch, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. That's Megan Thee Stallion the other day on Klay Thompson. If you didn't know, I mean, the news is pretty public right now. Listen, I ain't come on here to gossip. I don't know them. I don't care about their relationship. But I'm just from the outside perspective, I'll just say this, bro. Bringing your relationship to the internet today is just not it, bro. Keep it in house. Keep it in house. Keep that in house, man. Because realistically, like, why would you do that? You know you have the craziest fan base of all time, or one of them at least. I mean, these girls online are just trashing him. And I'll get to the guys in a second because the guys ain't slick either. But they trashing my boy, talking about we didn't know who Klay was before Megan Thee Stallion. What are you talking about, bro? Maybe not you, but they saying that they may be saying they saying he wasn't famous. Like Meg made him famous. What are you talking about, bro? Y'all know I'm a big Steph Curry fan, right? Biggest ever. Like, I love Steph Curry. If you know who Steph Curry is, you know who Klay Thompson is, bro. You have to. If you know who Steph Curry is, you know who Klay Thompson is. Bro, Before Meg started her career in like 2020, 2019, whatever, Klay already had 3 rings, a gold medal, and like 6 All-Stars. The man has like ownership of some league across the seas in Asia or something. Like he has a partnership or something with them. Golden State is one of, I think they're the biggest market in Asia, or South Asia or something like that. Klay Thompson is known worldwide, bro. Let's get that straight. Let's get that out of the way, bro. I'm not going for that. Klay Thompson is known, bro. Klay Thompson is known and very well loved within the basketball community. So to sit here and say that nobody knew who he was, come on, bro. He's been famous. He's been that guy. He's a Hall of Famer, bro. He's getting a gold jacket in like 3 years. Once he retires, he's going to get one right away. He's a top 3 shooter ever. Probably a top 5 shooting guard ever, in his prime especially. The dude scored 60 points on 11 dribbles. Come on, bro. Look, this is me talking as an NBA fan, all right? I understand. But you just got to stop that. You got to cut that out. Now to the actual stuff that at hand. I don't know if this stuff is true or not. This is just Meg going off of Meg's word. Klay, I got to be real, bro. That's a crazy fumble, bro. That's a crazy fumble. Like off looks. Look, I'm not the biggest Megan Thee Stallion fan. I'm a big Tory Lanez fan, but listen to me. That's a big L, bro. That's a big L. But we all seen, if y'all ain't seen Klay Thompson's roster, he like that, I ain't gonna lie. Klay like that. Klay has a roster. He has a very good track record of his relationships and rumored relationships, whatever you want to call it. But Klay, man, you kind of fumbled, I ain't gonna lie. You kind of fumbled, bro. The cheating stuff is already lame, but you fumbled one of the baddest in the game. But looks wise, that's kind of crazy, bro. Granted, we don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm just going off of what I've seen. I do think bringing it to the public eye is not a good idea because guess what? You know how these girls be, bro. They'll take you back like right away. They'll take you back. Now it's gonna look crazy if y'all get back together. Bro. I saw reports that they bought a boat. He named it after her, like the SSC Meg or something like that. SSS Meg. I'm getting on the Meg today. Getting on one of the boats. It's named after her, right? I'm pretty sure. I think they bought a house together. Maybe he was calling her Mrs. Thompson. Klay. It's a shame, bro. You was up on top. I ain't gonna lie. Career was declining in the best way possible. We still love you no matter what. Your career was declining, bro. You could have settled down here. I know y'all still young, but dang, you could have settled down here. I mean, look, it is what it is. That's the game. But listen, on Meg Thee Stallion now. Did we really expect? I'm just be honest. I'll be honest with y'all, bro. This is not me shaming her. I think she's beautiful. I think she's a very successful Black woman. We always go support Black women no matter what. Did we really expect Klay or any NBA player, any superstar, anyone to marry her? Let's be real here, bro. She makes music. And it's a lot of sexualization stuff. And you a grown woman, you can do what you want to do. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the image behind it all, bro. The image that you portray to the public eye for women that look up to you. I mean, seriously, bro. Did we really expect that? Did we really expect somebody to settle down, bro? I don't mean to bring up her past or nothing, but she has a track record with a bunch of guys, and that's cool because Klay do too. But it's a different image though, because she makes music about playing dudes, getting with dudes, twerking, all this other stuff, bro. Did we really expect? I mean, I didn't expect it. I mean, I know, they were settling down. I didn't expect them to really last. I thought this was a PR stunt at first. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this was like a music rollout when they first started dating. It might be a music rollout now that she broke up with him. Maybe she released some new music in the next month or two. But let's be real, bro. Did we really expect that, bro? She made the song WAP. I mean, it don't get worse than that, bro. It don't get worse than that. I'm not a big Meg Thee Stallion fan. I'm not a big fan of hers, music-wise. But, I don't know a lot of people that really like listen to her album religiously, bro. But as soon as you make a song with Beyonce, you got a fan base behind you no matter what. It's real talk. As soon as you make one, no matter what it is. I just think I don't think people should really be surprised about this stuff, bro. And I'm not condoning the cheating. I think the cheating part is lame. I think he needs to go do something about that because it's just cheating on her, especially. Like that's kind of crazy. But I I just didn't expect it to last, bro. I didn't. And look, I still want to hear Klay wear it too, because sometimes the girls be. Oh, I don't know what keep happening, bro. I keep disappearing and coming back. But listen, sometimes these girls be different, bro. I don't know, bro. Look, Sam Strash says Megan Stallion is a corporate plant. Listen, bro, you got your opinion on it. I think. You got a point, Sam. Listen, it could be a PR stunt, bro. She could be rolling out music in like 2 weeks. I wouldn't recommend because Iceman drops in 2 weeks. But she works for Rock Nation, bro. Jay-Z, Beyonce, all them. I saw a comment that said Klay Thompson is closer to Michael Jordan than Megan Thee Stallion is to Rihanna. I couldn't agree more, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because Rihanna different, bro. She works for Rock Nation, or she's under Rock Nation, music wise. Meg, you got a lot of work to do if you want to get to that level. Klay already up there. He already got 4 of them. Jordan got 6. Klay got 4. He's like considered the Scottie Pippen of the Warriors dynasty. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I look again. I don't mean to bring up her past. I don't mean in a horrible light. I just want people to understand like the image really matters, especially in the industry, bro. It really does. Sports industry, music industry, movie industry, fashion industry, even like any industry you work in, your image is going to be tainted at some point, like by what you do in your career. No, I'm not saying her music taints her like career, but like it taints her image, bro. A lot of men don't take her serious like that, bro. I'm be honest with you. I've seen a lot of men just saying like, okay, Klay got dodged a bullet. Well, why do you think that? Well, look at her. Look at what she's been doing. Look what her music is. WAP, one of the biggest examples. Cardi B. I mean, you made a song Cardi B. That's another one. I mean, I love Cardi B, but like, dang, bro, like she also has a horrible image. Baby mama drama, all that stuff. I just think, I don't think men should be online bashing her like that. Because if it's true, it is a tough time. Being cheated on ain't fun. But the women got to chill out too. Because all that stuff about having a national cheat day on your man, like, come on, bro. Y'all can't be this invested in somebody else's life. Come on, bro. Let's be real here. You can't be that invested in Megan Thee Stallion. She don't know you, bro. She don't know you. Half y'all man already probably cheating. So look, bro. I'm just saying. All right. Well, we leave it at that. Look, by the way, the girl that's involved, this also probably isn't true, but people online are speculating that he cheated with some WNBA player. And people online are bashing her too. I'm like, dang, can she get a break? She said it ain't even true. She ain't even a part of that relationship. And nobody's spoken up for her. Like Meg didn't speak up for her. Klay didn't speak up for her and say that it's not true. But I love black women, bro. You can't be fumbling those types, bro. Because she seemed like she was ready to get down and settle down. But at the same time, bro, you gotta look at it from both sides, bro. Like she had a reputation of this stuff, bro. She did. And people are gonna look at that. I'm not saying I am. I don't give a fuck. Once you whatever you did in the past, that's cool. You might not. That's kind of how my mindset is. Unless you got like 30 bodies, all right, let's relax. And the cheating is lame, Klay. It hurts. It hurts because you're one of my favorite players ever, bro. I've been saying this stuff. I've been saying he's one of my favorites since I started watching basketball, bro. So it's a shame, bro. It's a shame. Just be better, bro. Just be better. Look, final thoughts here. I want to run through some stuff quick because I want to make sure these episodes aren't too long anymore. Hey, man. Hey, my boy dropping some stuff next week. He dropping some stuff tonight. Go tune in. Go tap in with the GOAT, the greatest ever, next to Michael Jackson. Go tap in. I didn't realize he had some painted nails right there. Let's get that figured out. No more of that. Anyways, hey, Kevin Hart says Bruno Mars was born in the wrong generation. If not, he'd be one of the biggest artists of all time. I couldn't agree more, my friend. Because you got a lot of competition right now. Because The Weeknd taking all your numbers. I ain't gonna lie. Bruno Mars, The Weeknd is taking all your numbers. I think he's better than The Weeknd, by the way. I think The Weeknd, the interesting thing about The Weeknd is he made his own genre. He made dark R&B. If you listen to his music, that's dark R&B. That ain't real art. That's dark. Like his beats, his meaning behind his songs. I don't think he'd be Michael Jackson level, by the way. I see that comment under this post that I have up. I don't think he'd be Michael Jackson. I don't think that's possible. I don't think he had the impact. Mike had worldwide impact. I don't think that's even possible, bro. But Bruno definitely was born in the wrong generation, bro. Even if he was born in like the 80s, right? And then he transitioned to like early 2000s. Like right after Mike, you know? I think he'd be way more popular than he is right now. Because he made songs in the 2010s. That's a tough time to make music, bro, because there was a lot of great music. And then right now, you know, the next generation ain't really vibing with it. Like, I mean, they are, but you know what I mean? Like they, you know, different beat styles, different type of music that people like to listen to. Bruno Mars is definitely born in the wrong generation. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Next one. This is the last one. It's kind of funny. I don't know who this is. Jamiroquai? Hey, Sam, I feel like you would know who this is. I don't know who this is. JK, whatever. He broke up with Winona Ryder because her breasts were too big and she wanted to have sex all the time. They're calling him the gayest nigga alive. You gotta be, bro. Because what are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't want to? What? I don't know, bro. I had to show that because that was kind of crazy, bro. What these comments saying? Bruno Mars would be bigger than MJ if he was born in the 70s and performed in the 80s. No, he wouldn't. It's impossible. Sam, without Michael Jackson, there would be none of this. There would be no Bruno charisma. There would be no Bruno flair. Now, let's say he did this by himself. Let's say he was on. Look, the person I compare Bruno Mars to is Prince. Okay? Let me tell you the difference between Mike and Prince. Michael Jackson, I'm going to start with Prince. Prince was known, like hardcore known. The U.S. loved him. I think he was more loved in the U.S. than Mike at the time. But the world, Michael Jackson had that on lockdown, bro. Lockdown. Nobody can redo what Mike did, bro. I don't believe that. It's impossible. This is impossible. Now, Bruno would be one of the greatest. Okay? I think Bruno would be like right there, just like Prince is. But nobody, bro, Bruno can't sing or dance better than Mike. And think about it. I think about it this way too. If Bruno was in the 70s and 80s making these crazy songs, Mike would have just went harder. I'm trying to tell you, it's impossible to be better than Michael Jackson. No matter, he was definitely born in the wrong generation. I completely agree with that. Completely. I don't think he'd be bigger than Michael Jackson. That's crazy. I think that's completely overboard. I don't think people understand how big of an impact Michael Jackson. Bro, Mike had such a big impact. Freddie Mercury wanted to go solo and try to compete, and that didn't even go right because Freddie Mercury got one of the best voices I've ever heard in my life. He tried to go solo, and that didn't even work out. That's how good Mike was, bro. He would ruin these people's careers without even trying. I agree. Bruno Mars is definitely born in the right generation, bro. I do. Because there's a lot of music now. People like different things. Social media is a thing, bro. It's too hard to these streaming numbers. Look, if Mike's doing some crazy numbers, while in the grave with his streaming numbers, bro, I don't think nobody really got a chance, bro. I really don't. Would you say, Sam, is Bruno not a mix of both? It's pretty clear he draws inspiration. Yeah. No, I'm not saying that, but I think he leans more towards Prince when it comes to like popularity. Okay, early on is. But Bruno, popularity wise, coming up, I think he was more on the side of Prince. I think he was very well known in the U.S. and then he started to expand. He started to, he's Puerto Rican or whatever, I believe, or one of those. I apologize if I got that wrong, but I think he's different. Okay, he's got a little worldwide to him. He's got a little North America to him, but he started being more worldwide as he got older. Mike was worldwide as a kid, bro. People didn't understand how this kid could sing and dance like this. Now, they said this specifically in the movie that, back then, black people weren't really on MTV. That's how you got your music videos out back in the day. And Mike is the one that pushed that through. That's when black people started being on MTV and started getting their music videos out to the public. Bro, I do think Bruno would have put up a good fight. I really do. Like let's say if he was dropping the same song, like, if I was your man back in like the 80s and 90s, that would have been crazy. Come on, bro. But I'm trying to tell you, that only would have pushed Mike to make even better music. It's impossible to outwork that man, bro. It was impossible. There are legit videos out there that's saying like, you could drop something and then Mike would just drop something better. I'll give you an example. Mike won 7 or 8 Grammys in one night for Thriller, something like that. I believe it was 7, might have been 8. And then the world people just don't understand how that's even possible, right? It's still not possible. And then he dropped Bad, the album right after Thriller. And the reason he didn't win a single Grammy for that album is because they didn't want to give him one because they already gave him 8 in one night. But everyone globally agreed, even the winners of those Grammys that Mike was nominated for, agreed that Bad was the best album and it wasn't close. He dropped 3 albums in his 20s that are all considered to be a top 20 album ever. I don't think people understand how crazy what I just said. Okay, he has the best album ever in Thriller. He has a top 15 album in Bad and a top 20 album in Off the Wall, numbers wise. All in his 20. He ain't even 30 yet. He dropped all 3 of those. Look, I don't think anybody can replicate that, bro. I think Bruno Mars is very talented. Okay, but I just don't think he would have been able to outwork Michael Jackson. But yeah, those are my final thoughts, everybody. I appreciate y'all hopping on. Thank you, Sam and Zay, for hopping on. I promise y'all I'm gonna be back on as consistent as possible. And we definitely go rock out. We definitely go grow. We go keep going. I gotta get back on it. I gotta get back to it. And we go keep being better, bro. We go keep being better. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all listen to this album that I wrote, Off the Wall. It's kind of hard. But yeah. Come back next time. We go talk about some extra stuff. I'm gonna try to get back on tomorrow. We're gonna talk about some other stuff. Like and subscribe. Shout out Sports. Shout out Sam. Come back to Shout Out Sports.